Hello and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Duke, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Duke's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give the puppies while we're working with them, and the training equipment we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he'll keep most of that leash folded in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give a correction. The correction, if needed, is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll notice that Duke is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we will demonstrate for you today is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Duke, heel. You'll then want to take off walking, and you'll notice that Duke has been trained to walk nicely on your left at your pace. Incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit, so anytime you stop walking, Duke should be seated nicely on your left waiting for his next command. It's important to try to keep that training collar high up behind Duke's ears. Gravity will want to pull it back down by his shoulders, but his shoulders are his strongest part of his body, so you'll have the most control if you keep it high up under his ears. The next command that we will demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word firm command to stay. When you first start practicing, you're going to want to make his sit stays relatively short, but build up his ability to stay for longer periods of time. When Fred returns back to Duke, he will walk all the way around him, and Duke should remain seated until he receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. And we'll run through the heel, the sit, and the stay again for you. It's important that when you're working with Duke, you praise him and keep him motivated and interested in the training. This is a great mental exercise for Duke, but he should enjoy doing his obedience workout. Fred's going to leave him in another stay. This time, instead of returning back to Duke, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command is Duke come, and he's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. He will then return back to heel position on your left side. Very nicely done. Fred will show that one more time. He's leaving him in a sit stay. And then you'll call him in and have him sit right in front of him. Perfect. And then back to heel. Very good job. The next command that we're going to demonstrate, I'll give Fred a minute to heel him out of that. We ask that you incorporate all of these commands into your daily life, but it's also important to set aside about 10 minutes a day to run through the commands in a formal session such as this video. It'll keep the commands fresh. Fred's now going to demonstrate down from a heel position. You always want to have him seated first, and then you're going to use the open flat of your left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. Perfectly done. If he doesn't go down the first time, you're going to want to say no and then repeat the command. If need be, you're going to give him a tug and release on the training collar down towards the ground. You always want to tug the training collar in the direction you want the dog's body to go in. When Fred returns back, Duke should remain in the down position until he receives praise or another command. Perfectly done. And we're going to show you down from a heel position again. Always have him seated first, and then your left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. Perfect. And this time, instead of returning back to Duke, Fred will call him in. Again, the command is Duke come, and make him sit right in front of you. And then back to the left side, back to heel position. Very good job. The last command that I will give Fred and Duke a second to set up for is down from a distance. When you're practicing down from a distance, you're going to leave Duke in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of the training leash, and this time you're going to use your right hand and give him the down command from the end of the training leash. Very good job. These are all the formal obedience commands that Duke has learned while he's been away at school with us. It's been such a pleasure having him. He's such a sweet boy. We ask that you keep us posted on how he's doing once he returns back home to you, and call and schedule a follow-up lesson if need be. We thank you so much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers.